all of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
If you thought Katt Williams was done shaking tables after Diddy went down, nah, he just spun the block. This time, he ain't aiming at Diddy. He's pointing straight at Christian Combs. And the way Katt broke it down, it's wild. Word is, Christian may have been closer to Diddy's mess and right in the middle of all the chaos. And if what Katt's implying is even halfway true, then it ain't just legacy drama no more. Now, if you've been anywhere near the internet lately, you already saw the wild clip that got folks talking. Total hits the stage, bad boy legacy in the building, then out walks Christian Combs, Diddy's son, trying to keep that family name alive. He grabs the mic and goes, "When I say bad, y'all say boy." What followed? Silence. Not that we didn't hear you silence. That awkward, heavy, we ain't rocking with that silence. He tries again. "When I say bad, still crickets."
On this next song right here, I need y'all help. Y'all ready? Yeah, good. Hey yo, when I say bad, y'all say boy. Bad, bad. When I say bad, y'all say boy. Bad, bad.
Y'all give it up for our nephew.
And the streets caught that immediately, because this wasn't just a random open mic night. This was a bad boy adjacent show, a place where that chant used to shake walls. Back in the day, you couldn't whisper bad without somebody yelling boy before you finished the word. Now, nothing. Folks online said that Clip told the whole story without saying a word, that Diddy's legacy might really be on life support. One user hit hard, that entire Diddy legacy is tainted. Another said, Total keep having him come out, they ain't gonna have no shows. And this dude put it bluntly, bad boy is dead, the awakening is here, and there's no going back now. All ugliness will be revealed. But here's where it gets deeper. One of the loudest voices reacting to all this? Katt Williams. Now remember, Katt been warning people for years. He said the industry was built on smoke and mirrors, said certain moguls weren't who they pretended to be, and the fall was coming.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and shit.
Back then, folks laughed at him, said he was wild and carking them jokes. But every time another headline drops, people keep going back and say Katt might have been on to something. And according to Katt, Christian Combs wasn't just some clueless kid in the background. He was around, in the rooms, seeing all them Diddy energy.
Because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
That's when the internet started pulling up old clips and moments people once brushed off. Let's talk about that IG Live. Diddy pops up laughing with his sons and introduces this young individual out of nowhere, Ava Baroni Combs. At the time, folks just scrolled past it. But now, people replaying it slow. Her energy looked stiff, smile didn't quite match her eyes, and the way she introduced herself felt rehearsed. And every time she started talking too freely, Diddy cut in quick, real quick.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. Please.
Then just like that, she vanished from the spotlight. No big updates, appearances, just silence. But folks noticed the only people she seemed consistently around were Christian and Justin Combs. Now fast forward to when the lawsuit started stacking up and names started getting pulled into conversations about alleged SA and wild party culture. Suddenly, Justin's name starts floating around. Then Christian's. Nothing proven in court yet, but the smoke was thick. And this is where it gets uncomfortable, because then came that leaked jail call, the one where Diddy allegedly tells Christian Combs to get rid of the leftover pizza boxes and recycle the plastic.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Now, anybody with street sense knows that ain't about dinner leftovers. Not when the feds are circling, not when homes just got searched and headlines screaming. Pizza boxes, plastic, the internet decoded that in seconds. Containers, storage, drives, tapes, and shipping ports. Things that don't need to be sitting around when investigators start knocking. And there's been chatter about cargo docks and freight containers sitting way too close to properties linked to Diddy. Take a good look at the layout. You see that bridge in the frame and those two huge estates off to the side? Those are reportedly Diddy's. Now, peep how near that shipping terminal is. It's basically within arm's reach. When you zoom in on those stacked containers, it makes people wonder, was that what he was hinting at with those so-called leftover pizza boxes? On top of that, some workers claimed they heard people not of age crying out, and instead of authorities being contacted, there were reports of staff refusing to work, which only added fuel to the speculation.
I don't think the workers in the pork strike were wanting more money because of the work that they were doing. I think they wanted more hush money to keep them quiet about what they were bringing into the ports. Diddy's house is on Star Island, which is right next to the Miami port. They saw some things, and they were not okay with it.
And the situation just keeps getting worser and worse. One of the dock workers that is on the port strike has come out and stated that they're not only striking because of being overworked and underpaid, but because they're sick and tired of hearing coming in the port screaming on cargo containers.
The situation was real messy, stuff we can't get into because it's too sensitive. Y'all can look it up, but the timing made people nervous. So if that call was real and those words meant what folks think they meant, then Christian wasn't just a bystander. He was potentially helping clean up. That changes everything, because now that awkward silence at the Total Show don't just feel like people rejecting Diddy's name. It feels like people rejecting the whole circle. And then you got 50 Cent. 50 been clowning Diddy for years, way before the raids or charges. He made it clear he wasn't rocking with that energy. Said out loud he dropped that docu-series so folks could see he never supported the alleged wild behavior.
Come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
And one moment in that documentary hit people different. There's footage of Diddy greeting fans, hugging, smiling, playing man of the people. But as soon as he steps away from the crowd, his whole vibe shifts. He said he felt dirty and needed a shower, like he can't stand the touch of regular folks.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirty. That was, it show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
The streets peeped that instantly. So Diddy meant to tell folks he needed a bath after hugging supporters, but allegedly never felt that way after them private island parties. One user wrote, the nerve of him to say he was so disgusted by people's germs, all while doing all that nasty things he was doing. That clip did more damage than people realize. Now Christian, instead of laying low, decides to clap back at 50. First, it was a diss track. 50 barely blinked. Then back in December 2025, Christian gets online talking reckless, saying he'd slap 50 in real life. And 50's response? Classic 50. He laughed it off and wrote, Lil bro, first, close your damn mouth when you take pictures. Been rich 3 different times, sold records, sold shows, sold liquor, sold power. You still living off Wi-Fi and legacy? Relax. That wasn't just a joke, because let's keep it real. Christian's career is tied to a last name. And right now, that last name ain't ringing bells the way it used to. So when the crowd went quiet at that Total Show, maybe it wasn't just about Diddy. Maybe it was about Christian too. Folks ain't excited to see someone who might have known more than he lets on. Someone someone who might have been around coded calls, island trips, an environment the street ain't vibing to. Now zoom out for a second. If this is how the public reacts to Diddy's son while Diddy's still behind bars, what's it gonna look like when Diddy himself steps out? If Christian can't get a chant going at a friendly crowd, what kind of reception Diddy gonna get at a full comeback tour? Are people really gonna separate the art from the allegations? Or is that whole bad boy era done? And bigger than that, what did Christian really know? Was he just a privileged kid in the background, or was he closer to the fire than people realize? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the convo going. Oh, and don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more stories straight from the hood.